Welcome to Lunenburg High School. My name is Chris, and I am a 2009 graduate of the school. Today, I would like you to accompany me on a tour of the building. The purpose of this video is to show you the current conditions at Lunenburg High School. Lunenburg High School was built in 1957 as a junior-senior high school, and is now in its 55th year of operation. In those 55 years, the school has undergone both major repairs and many small projects in an attempt to meet evolving needs. The major projects include a two-phase roof replacement and a partial renovation of the heating system in 2004. In 1984, the roof was replaced on most of the building with a tar and gravel mix. But today, at 27 years old, this roof is showing significant signs of failure. Various patches have prolonged the life of the roof, but these are only temporary fixes. Some patches even last less than a year. During stormy weather, students often encounter leaks in the cafeteria, restrooms, and classrooms. Material used for leak prevention near the building's skylights is especially old and inadequate. This further contributes to water damage suffered when it rains. For the last 5 years, leaks in the cafeteria have been an ongoing problem. At least 5 separate repairs have been made by school maintenance workers and roofing contractors. Last winter, the school's leak problem was obvious. Water dripped from the ceilings of 2 classrooms, 1 restroom, and the cafeteria whenever we experienced any snow or rain. In the mid-90s, the roof over the auditorium and gymnasium was replaced with a rubber membrane. However, as you can see, the interior had already sustained significant water damage by that point. The estimated cost to replace the roof in current dollars is $770,000. This excludes re-roofing the gym and auditorium, which have another 7 years of life before replacement would be considered. The high school still has its original single-pane windows. Although these great expanses of glass bring lots of light into classrooms, they are not energy efficient. Moreover, south-facing classrooms along the front of the building are heated excessively by the sun throughout the day. The original window caulking has tested positive for asbestos. Consequently, it is not safe to repair cracked windows without special equipment. The building currently has over 100 windows that are cracked and remain unrepaired. Window replacement is expensive and frequently requires a 20-year payback period. Since the future of the building is uncertain, this is a tough capital expense to justify. Today, the projected cost for replacing the school's windows is $1,044,000. Compliance with the American Disabilities Act is difficult at the high school due to the elevation changes of the building site. Many of the ramps that provide handicap access to the school are too steep and do not meet the ADA standards. Since the 1980s, handicapped students have traveled between the building's upper and lower floors using a stairlift. Although the stairlift is operational, the installation of an elevator has been recommended as a critical upgrade. While some recent efforts to improve handicap accessibility have been successful, such as better interior signage, updated door hardware, and an enlarged front lobby, the problem still persists throughout the school. Narrow doorways make restroom access difficult, and the auditorium lacks appropriate accessible seating. In order for Lunenburg High School to meet the minimum standards of compliance with the American Disabilities Act, an estimated $262,000 in repairs and alterations are required. Asbestos is a large concern at Lunenburg High School. In 1957, when the school was built, asbestos was used widely in construction. It added durability to floor tiles and texture to ceiling plaster, and additionally served as insulation for pipes and caulking for windows and control joints. In this regard, Lunenburg High School is a building of its era. Over 50% of its ceilings are believed to contain asbestos, and although the floor tiles in the hallways have since been replaced, most of the classrooms still contain their original asbestos tiles. In fact, several classrooms contain tiles that are loose enough to be dislodged by a minimal amount of force. 6 such classrooms have been marked as necessary for floor tile replacement. The poor condition of the roof makes the school's asbestos problems worse. Water leaks into the building and causes the potentially toxic ceiling material to peel, flake, and fall to the ground. For roughly $12,000, the school is scheduled to have loose ceiling material removed this December. This preventative procedure will need to be done once every year or two for the remaining life of the building. Lunenburg High School's kitchen needs modernizing in both equipment and layout. The cafeteria has been modified over the years to provide both custodial and kitchen storage, as well as an additional serving line. The estimated cost to make the necessary repairs in current dollars is $622,000. Our master plan in 2007 identified approximately $2 million in repairs to upgrade the fire alarm, networking, video cabling, master clock, and PA intercom system. Visual alarms and handicap access to the gym in compliance with the American Disabilities Act are also included in these recommended upgrades. There are also nearly $4 million projected for necessary plumbing upgrades and the replacement of stop valves, the fire suppression system, and the electrical distribution and lighting systems. Currently, $11,550,000 would alleviate these documented shortcomings without making any major changes to the building. Already, our school's major building systems have lasted far beyond their expected lifespan. Because of the outdated infrastructure, meeting the needs of a modern education program is very challenging. To offer some perspective, Lunenburg High School was built when a slide ruler was considered the calculator of choice for students. In particular, the science labs in the high school are inadequate in size and condition. They are currently sized at 900 square feet. However, the current standard for a science lab in a modern school is 1,440 square feet, roughly 60% larger than what our school offers. Only one of Lunenburg's labs has a fume hood installed in the early 1990s. Lunenburg's music room is 948 square feet, but current guidance for modern school building recommends having 1,500 square feet for band and an additional 1,500 square feet for chorus. Today, the music room is so crowded that the ensembles hold class in the auditorium. The practice rooms and the backstage have had to be converted into storage space. Our school's accomplished program has outgrown the space currently allocated to it. Moreover, due to its tiered design, the music room is not handicap accessible. The school's library is 2,320 square feet, but again, current guidance states that a modern school library should be approximately 4,500 square feet. Although about 20 years ago the library was expanded into an adjoining classroom, the room still has no storage or workspace for the librarian today. Our gymnasium currently has 6,900 square feet, but research suggests that Lunenburg High School requires a larger gym and weight room, as well as 3 times the existing storage space. Lunenburg High School has served the students well for a long time, but current conditions need to be fixed. The last accreditation report for our school tells us that the Lunenburg High School site and physical plant do not adequately support all aspects of the educational program and the support services for student learning. As a result of the age of the facility, the poor repair of the building, the limited technological resources, and the limited space available in the building, the physical plant does not meet the demands of teaching and learning, the basic expectations of a school's physical plant. The report of the visiting committee from April 14, 2010 concluded that these concerns dramatically limit the school's ability to meet the education needs of students. I'd like to thank you for joining me on this tour. Again, Lunenburg High School was built in 1957, the same year that Russia launched the satellite Sputnik. Our world has changed quite a bit since then. It is about time for Lunenburg to provide its young people with a facility that will inspire them to shoot for the stars.